Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on one time.
Okay, okay. I see you listen. You learned today. Proud of you. I'm proud of you, my boy. Wherever Dylan is
Yeah,
at,
yeah,
I know he proud of you too. I'm
yeah.
proud of you, my boy. What's going
What's
on,
going
cuz?
on,
How you
cuz?
doing today?
Man, I can't call it. Me trying to shake a little honey from the tree. That's about it, my boy. How about you?
Hey, same here, man. Same here. A beautiful sunny day in Charlotte. Beautiful sunny day in Charlotte. We had some bad weather here this week. A lot of down trees, a lot of power outages. Really surprising me. He had power
Yeah,
outages for a couple of days around here. So, but yeah, everything's back up and running now. And but yeah,
everything
man,
back to
doing good,
normal.
man. Kind of sorta. Kind
Yeah.
of sorta. Yeah.
All
But
right, all right.
yeah. But everybody, if you're new here, as always, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And if you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Like us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and on what we dub as Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can find us at Two Fans ITS. Okay. Now today we wanted to do a quick, just kind of reaction of day one of Panthers Rookie Mini Camp. And I know right
Yeah,
now they actually uh Dave Canales just got off the podium from day
yeah,
two. Okay, so if I'm looking at it right now, they're still doing their little please stand by, so nobody is talking right now.
yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about day one. So Tony, what did you take from day one?
Yeah, I got the I'm gonna answer that, but I got the press conference pulled up. So when they do start back up, we'll cut to the press conference. Looks like Jatavian Sanders is up to the mic now.
All right.
Really just trying to introduce myself to the playbook. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get as familiar as I can. You know what I'm saying? Uh, me and a couple other guys, we trying to get an offensive study group. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get ahead for when the vets come back.
Who's in the offensive study group? Are you doing that like at a hotel or what's up?
Yeah, at the little hotel. I tried to get I texted in a little rookie group chat that day. I tried to get everybody to come. So whoever want to come, they come.
Not just like guys that's skill position. You got some linemen in there too. Or?
I don't know if it really correlate, but if they want to, it'll help them shoot.
Is there a standout studier among the group, like a guy that you think is really just like very football smart?
I think we all football smart in our own way. You know what I'm saying? We all learn different ways, and we pick and choose like what things helped us learn the best. So I feel like everybody got their own way of learning.
Is that something that you've done before?
What, like a study group?
Yeah.
Oh no, ma'am. This is like I know what it's. I know like at the next level of the playbook even harder than what it was in college. So that was just something I tried to help, it help everybody out at the same time. So that was something I just tried to like introduce to everybody if they wanted to do it. If not, so
That's like leadership that you're showing already.
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You moved from number 0 to 85. Any reasons behind that?
Uh, no, ma'am. This the number I got. I'm still working for that zero. So hopefully by the time the season come, I'm gonna have a zero on.
Did they make it seem like that would be a number that you kind of had to earn, so to speak?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I feel like every rookie got to earn a number. You know what I'm saying? And that I knew I knew it wasn't gonna be. I know I wasn't gonna have zero at the coming in. So I've already had that mindset, knowing what I got to do, come in, and put the work in day out to earn that number.
Being around Jonathan for the last 3 years and then seeing him go through the adversity of the
Mm-hmm.
injury, what have you seen from him maybe during the pre-draft process now, and then just this weekend as he's kind of watching and seeing what's going on?
Just his growth, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can get set back from an injury so crucial like that, you know what I'm saying? It can mess up their mental, but he's been on point ever since. Like, he's been rehabbing, he's been trying to get back as quick as he can. I'm happy for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he wouldn't have got hurt, he would have did some crazy things. But just seeing him mature and grow from that injury, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm glad he's here with me. I know he's glad I'm here with him. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do when he come back.
What have you learned these past 2 days? Is there a message that's kind of resonated to you from Canales these past 2 days?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's a real team-oriented coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the team first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of what Coach Sark used to say, like protect the team, you know what I'm saying? And that's on and off the field, you know what I'm saying? Making smart decisions on the field, whether that's letting up on the tackle, I'm saying, letting up on the QB, or just being smart, like not on the field, off the field as well. So he real team oriented coach for sure.
Is Brooks part of those study group?
Oh yeah, he better. He better.
I didn't know if you got exempt if you were like doing rehab.
Oh no, he better. Yeah. Ain't no. Yeah, he better.
But also part of what you have learned these past 2 days for the football lessons.
Definitely that this is the highest level of football. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gotta, like, you're not gonna get by just doing the day-to-day work. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the extra work in yourself, and I've kind of quickly learned that just going off the install these past 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I've been up studying late at night. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get ahead, make sure I'm on point the next day at practice.
How many conversations you had with Bryce? Have y'all kind of gone through anything? I know you haven't all gotten together yet, but have you got to talk to him at all about
draft day? He hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Just congratulated me. I told him, let's get to work. So I can't wait till he get down here.
How much are you looking forward to integrating with the Preds?
Actually, I'm looking forward to it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Being a young guy, I'm trying to find that player I want to get under their wing. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of the older guys like Ian in the tight end room, or just somebody on the offense, even Bryce, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get up under their wing and try to pick their brain how they learn the offense so well, and just try to implement some of the things they do within my game as well.
What was your first job in high school?
I ain't gonna lie, I only worked at Roadhouse for like a couple of days. I was a busser at Roadhouse for a couple of days. I had hurt my back in high school, so I told them I couldn't do it no more. Yeah, no, I actually hurt my back in high school for sure. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse for sure. Yeah.
You reached out to Greg Olson.
Go back to the study group. Are you getting into like the nitty-gritty of the offense, or is this sort of still big picture? Like, what are y'all focusing on?
Just on with the fundamentals, you know what I'm saying? We just barely got introduced to some of the fundamental things that'll take us a long way in the offense, you know what I'm saying? So just trying to hone in on the little things that coach was saying, you know what I'm saying, and just trying to think of ways to help me learn the playbook better, you know what I'm saying, whether that's within the play or how the play is called.
Just curious if Greg Olson's reached out to you. You worked out, since he lives in Charlotte.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I did not know that. That's hard though.
Familiar with what he did here?
Yeah, I told everybody I'm trying to be the next Greg Olson here, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
For sure. Yes, sir.
You knew he was playing for the team.
You said, did I know? Yeah, for sure. Who didn't know that? Yeah, definitely knew.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah, that's hard though.
You're known as a receiver first and foremost.
I don't heard him say that's hard, but
For sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
F and Y, like, do you feel like you have the versatility to play everywhere?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. No doubt. I mean, I played receiver in high school, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to line up where that may be. And just coming from Sark's offense, he used me multiple ways, whether I was split out wide or at the wire, or we called it H in college, or at the wire H. So I definitely think I'll be prepared for sure.
And Alice said part of the reason he wanted to keep rookie camp kind of small was to introduce guys to like the pace.
Yes.
And he said there were some like wide eyes the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Did you notice that? Did
Oh, yeah,
Did you experience that?
Oh, yeah, I definitely, yeah. I was kind of, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of breathing a little heavy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's definitely way faster than college, you know what I'm saying? Just running from drill to drill, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody BSing around, walking around, just staying on the high horse, you know what I'm saying?
Any more questions for JT?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Huh?
That's what I was going to ask if you were okay with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. JT, Jatavian, whatever.
Have you kind of looked at what this tight end group has done in the past year, and maybe what Canales' tight ends have done in the past, and where do you kind of see yourself fitting in? Is it primarily as a receiver, or is that opportunity there?
I'm just gonna whatever opportunity coach give me, I'm gonna make the most out of it. Whether that's him lining me up in the slot receiver or at the outside or Y or F, you know what I'm saying? Whenever my number get called, I'm make the best of that opportunity for sure. I think everybody got their own snacks, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just getting together, just talking.
Boy, they asked this man about snacks.
They're trying to try to
Yeah, for
soften them
sure.
up a little
Yeah.
bit,
Ain't nobody bring no snacks here. I might have to put somebody on snack duty. I'm gonna put somebody on snack duty.
That laugh.
Just wherever like it's best, whether it's here, you know what I'm saying, or at the hotel, you know what I'm saying. Everybody just still trying to get accustomed to being down here, so it's just when everybody can do it. Sure.
What do you do to develop that chemistry with Bryce that
Hmm.
you've seen as players you mentioned when you were drafted with Kelsey's and the other tight ends that are so successful? Is there some secret does it have to have it on the field or is it off the field? And you got a plan for that? Or
It's definitely both and culture as well. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that culture helps a lot at Texas, and if you've seen what I've like, we went through the past 2 years, going from 5-7 to 8-5 to making this our first playoff game. You know what I'm saying? That all had to do with culture, and I'm a true believer of that. So, us being a young team, I definitely think our culture is going to take us a long way, and then just uh
facts, Quan.
being team
I
oriented,
don't
you know
know
what
what
I'm
he
saying?
talking about.
Not being selfish, being selfless, you know what I'm saying? Playing for one another and playing for the guy next to you. And then
he
me
gonna be
just having
making
to
those
embrace his
Tarjay
role, just having
runs.
to put the extra work with him and him getting comfortable with me and just working on time and then just all the routes, you know what I'm saying? Just getting comfortable with each other.
you foresee your guys kind of getting awful, alone sometimes and they're working without, organized efforts out here to try to develop that even more?
Yes, sir. So
You said you tell everybody you want to be the next Greg Olson. Was it something about his game or just his impact in the Carolinas? Why did you say that?
both, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the tight ends to change the game, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, and then him doing what he did here. Uh I feel like they seen what he did in me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to I'm just trying to be the next Greg Olsen. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the new face of the offense for sure.
Yeah,
Man, thank
back
y'all.
in the day wasn't that long ago. Lord, when he
Yeah,
said, Greg Olsen back in the day, I'm sitting there like, damn, Greg Olsen came a little about 10, 12 years ago, and I wasn't that old.
right.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
Okay. Well, that was Jatavian Sanders. That was the his presser from today, because they just finished up the second day of mini camp. Okay. But yeah,
yeah,
man, one thing I take from that, he sounds very, he sounds very happy. Like he sounds very ready to get here, play. He seems like he's a sponge. He's going to soak up all the knowledge that he can. I like
right.
that they talking about him being the next Greg Olsen. He was like, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, let me tell you, that's a good, that's a good tight end to want to model yourself as. And the thing is, you remember, Greg Olsen wasn't the fastest tight end. He wasn't the strongest tight end. And everything that we've heard
right.
about Jatavian Sanders so far would suggest that he has, really good hands. He's a better athlete than Greg Olsen, and he's faster than Greg Olsen. So, hey, we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
Well,
Go ahead, Tom.
like you said, it's definitely a benefit to want to model your game after Greg Olsen because Greg Olsen is one of those tight ends that when he came into the league, you didn't look at him as being a all around tight end. Like he wasn't a true
Mhm,
blocking tight end. But when it comes down to being a technician, playing with angles, knowing your hand placement, knowing that you just need to do enough to be just do your part in the
mhm,
blocking and when it comes to the run game and things like that. Like he wasn't the type to overpower anybody or anything like that. Like before Travis Kelsey in his role now, knowing the whole offense and knowing how defenses are trying to attack him and how to attack defenses, Greg Olsen was that same. Greg Olsen was once that dude. He was like the
mhm,
second quarterback in the huddle. So to want to model your game after someone who has the intelligence, the cerebral recall, and the technician that he was, and someone that knew how to take care of his body, besides the injuries. I mean, that's a prime example of someone that you want to model your game around and who you want to become. But yeah, man, he has a good personality. He sounds like he's eager, like he's hungry. He sounds relaxed. He doesn't sound like all tight and anything like that. He's letting his
Mhm.
personality shine through. So I think that's a good sign for him for as far as being comfortable around the coaches, being new to the NFL. But like Quan said, when the veterans get here, my boy, you're
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
making
he
daily
gonna be getting
daily Walmart
snacks.
runs. I don't know. He talking
Yes.
about put somebody on snack duty. No, you it.
Yeah, for
You
real.
it, my guy.
For real. He gonna be running down the street to that damn Harris Teeter off of Mint Street.
Yeah.
He sure
Faithfully.
is. Mhm. All right. Well,
Faithfully.
let me go back through the comments here.
Oh,
Because we
oh,
started
oh,
and then
hold. We got somebody else that came to the mic.
It's a religion, really. It's what we grew up playing.
Oh, that's
It's been a part of my life
the foreign
since
kicker.
6 years of age. My father played it.
Don't know his name.
And I come from a little village called Scottstown in a county called Monaghan, and it's just been a massive part of my life. And playing it to earlier this year, I've been playing it, and I've been lucky enough to come out here and showcase the skills that I have as a kicker. I've been known as a kicker, free taker back in Ireland as in Gaelic football. I'm a goalkeeper, so a lot of my time is kicking a ball. So it's transferred nicely over into this sport. But I know there's definitely improvements to be made. But I feel like I do belong in places like this.
What's the reception
All
been
right,
like?
we're gonna move on to him because I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I was.
All
all
right.
right.
Hey, CJ.
Yeah, we have to get a little bit more info on him. All right, well, let me go back
Yeah.
through the comments. Mr. Hunky Dory said, got my straw hat and zero turn on standby until the show is done. Said CJ and Tony, the pulpit is yours. Time to preach. Hey, we ain't up here preaching, Mr. Hunky Dory. We just giving our opinion, but we thank you as always.
Already.
Football verse showcase 50-50 champion Sam Pinckney. Yes. Yeah, Sam Pinckney
Yes,
third has been
sir.
dubbed as the 50-50 ball
The
champion.
50-50
And
champion.
didn't hear much about him yesterday. It was funny because I think Sheena Quick made a post and they were talking about the quarterbacks, and she said Jack Plummer and Sam Pinckney had rough days, but she was actually talking about the other quarterback. I think she got the numbers mixed up because I was
Yeah,
sitting there
Sean
scratching my head.
Taylor.
I was like, well, darn, every clip I seen, with a few of the
He
world
looked good,
with
right?
Pinckney, he looked good. But yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
50-50 football, 50-50 champion Sam Pinckney. We're definitely interested to see, exactly how him and Jalen Coker, two undrafted wide receivers that we do believe
Right.
have a good shot to make this roster. All right, Uncle
Right.
Quan, what's going on? How you doing?
What up,
Hey,
Quan?
Cross, I think CJ should go play QB in this rookie camp so the receivers can get some work in. Hey, let me tell
I,
you,
I
I'll
would
go out there.
I would bet my house just to see that. I'll
Hey,
put it up
how
just to
how
see
much
it.
is it? How much is it worth? Because let me tell you, they made the call, son. I'm getting in that Kia and I'm going down Graham Street, buddy. I'm out. I am out.
Already.
Doug, what's up,
Boys.
Doug? Another Saturday
What
talk.
up,
Panthers
Doug?
football. Let's go, big cuz. How you doing? How you doing? Paul
What's
said, good
going
morning,
on, Doug?
fellas. Gorgeous out. Have a ton of yard work to do after it rained all last week up here in Boone. Hey, I bet because that storm went through the mountains really slow. And then once it got over the mountains, it came through Charlotte like just 45
Yeah.
minutes. All hell broke loose, and then the sun came out. It was just eerily quiet, and then the sun came out later on that day. But it was wild. It was wild. Miss Hunky Dory said Canales already has bags under his eyes. Stuff just got real. Time to go to work. Can't talk, and more action and production started yesterday. Talk don't count anymore. Yes, you are right, Mr. Hunky Dory. B Stallion 2 said, hi, answer this for me. What makes a successful season for the Panthers this year? Why didn't the team solidify the center position if goal was to improve the O-line? Which wide receivers make the roster? Thank you. To be honest with you, everybody's definition of what a successful season for the Panthers is different. Okay, I
Right.
guarantee you
Right.
can line 10 people up and ask them the same question, and you'll get 10 different answers. Okay, Now, for me, a successful season is improvement. Okay. And that's improvement across the board. I want to see Bryce Young improve as a quarterback. I want to see the entire offensive line improve pass blocking and run blocking. I want to see the wide receivers go out and run better routes, get better separation. I want to see this coaching staff. I want to, I want to see them be better than what I feel like we saw from the coaches last year. Okay. And defensively,
Right.
to be honest with you, if everything can hold up defensively the way it did, and we can add stopping the run game, to that mix, I think we'll be fine on defense. The center
Mhm.
position, if you watched us before, we scratched our head on that one too, because there's a lot of uncertainty around Austin Corbett, and then they announced that Brady Christensen is his backup. They did bring in Andrew Graham, undrafted free agent from Oklahoma. So, we still have yet to see what he can do or how they feel about him. But to say, to kind of answer that question, I guess they really, really, really feel good about Austin Corbett and Brady Christensen. You know,
Right.
um,
Right.
if I was running the organization, would that be the route that I went? Probably not. But I am here in my office talking to you guys, and I'm not running the organization, so that is my opinion. Um, and the wide receivers, let me tell you, like we said, Coker and Sam Pinckney, I think I have a decent shot at making the roster. Um, Canales said that he is all about competition. Okay, so he is bringing in people. We got some people on the roster, like TMJ, who me and Tony would love to see, have a breakout season. But there's a lot of consensus around Panther Nation that they do believe that he is out. David Moore was brought in. He was in Canales' system last year in Tampa. Um, he's probably another one of those guys you bring in. They know the system. They can help out, get everybody else up to speed. But is he a lot
Right.
to make the 53-man roster? We don't know. So,
Right.
but I hope that kind of answered your questions from a two fans in the stands perspective. Well, a CJ from two fans in stands perspective. So I hope
Yeah.
hope that kind of
Let me,
answers your question.
let me just add on to that last part, which wide receivers make the
Hmm.
roster. I think honestly, we have the opportunity to see uh um a big turnover in that wide receiver room, just as we saw with the defense when it came to free agency and who we decided not to sign, who we decided to cut or release. I
Hmm.
think there are players. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of players, but I think there are still a few players that are on that thin line. That has had enough opportunity in the league thus far to make a statement or even to make a difference, and neither has happened. So I think you got some guys that's coming up, especially these undrafted free agents. And I know everybody is high on Jalen Coker, and rightfully so. I wouldn't sleep on Sam Pinckney personally.
Hmm.
Um, to me, him and Jalen Coker, there's really not that much difference as far as athletic skill set. Sam Pinckney is a little bit taller. Both of them are big bodies, both of them natural hands catchers. Both of them can make the contested catches. I do think Jalen Coker is a little bit better of a route runner at this time, but I believe Sam Pinckney brings something to the table that he doesn't, and that's that big body red zone target that you could be possibly looking for. And we all know Dave Canales come from Tampa Bay. We had Mike Evans and Godwin and those boys, and DK Metcalf when he was in Seattle, so he know how to utilize those big body wide receivers. So I just think there's going to be some sleepers from this undrafted free agent class, along with Xavier Leggett, that's going to help turn this wide receiver room around more than what it already has.
Okay. All right. Paul said fans have to be realistic with the expectations as it's a whole new program once again. So let them work hard, forge an identity, and be competitive and win some games and keep building successes. Yes. Oh, and let me also add to that. We definitely need to win more than 2 games. To the previous comment.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely need to
Right.
win more than 2 games. Yes. Uncle Quan said this rookie class has got to be the best we've had in a long time as far as personality goes. That is a fact, man. That is a fact,
Yeah,
man. Yes.
that
Yes,
is a
it
fact.
definitely is. Thus say Krispy Kreme runs the income for the tight end room. Yes, they are. Yes, they
He
are.
better know it.
All right.
He better know
Mhm.
it.
Quan said, love that he takes on tasks with confidence. Got some tough shoes to fill, but I strongly believe he'll be our next great tight end. Okay. You see, Mr. Hunky Dory said, I haven't seen one diva, B-head, or how to describe overconfident BS talker. All are humble, confident, hungry, but polite rookies. Yes. Yep.
I
They
agree
just
with
said
that.
now we got 3 kickers. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, we got Eddie, Harrison Mevis, as they call him, the thicker kicker. And then,
Not gonna do it.
whoever that guy was talking. Yeah, we have to look into him.
Yeah,
Um,
he came from the Scottish League. He's the kicker that
mm,
came from the Scottish League. But that a like Dan Morgan, Dave Canales have been saying, they want competition at every position. So, people have talked about Eddie Pinero having some competition. Well, we have 2 other guys that can possibly push Eddie to either be a better version of what he has been or move him out the way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts. Let me see. Kendall. He look at he got the
Kendall.
eyes. He got the eyes looking at us.
Oh
All right.
man.
Native said successful season. Bryce has 35 touchdowns and 6 picks. I'll take that all day long.
Well, I don't want to put a number on it. What I will say is better
Mm,
production than what he did last year. I want to see
mm,
him better protect the ball, not only just from throwing interceptions, but fumbles too. Because when you
yeah.
count his lost fumbles and interceptions, that's almost like 20 turnovers, or right at 20,
Mm-hmm.
21 turnovers, something like that.
Yeah.
So he needs to cut that down to half or better, especially the fumbles. Like I believe interceptions is going to happen with any quarterback. I don't care who it is, but protecting and holding on to that ball, whether you're getting sacked or you run out the pocket or whatever, you have to have 2 hands on that ball. He gotta do a better job of protecting that ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rock Jones said, what's good, cousin? Happy Saturday to you.
What's
Happy
good,
Saturday,
Rock?
Rock. Hey, we appreciate you.
Big
We
Tall
definitely
Hill fan.
appreciate you. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to get into just a few, like I said, we're not gonna hold y'all long today. This is gonna be a quick live, but we wanted to just talk about some of the stuff that happened yesterday at day 1 of rookie mini camp. And the first thing I wanted to talk about the running back room. Okay, now we talked about it on our live on Wednesday, and we talking about there it was really crowded. Okay, so
Right.
before rookie mini camp started, the Panthers made a few moves and they released Tariq Cohen and Spencer Brown. Okay.
Yes.
So that is 2 backs that are no longer in that running back room. So you do have a room now that's comprised of Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, Jonathan Brooks, Rashad Penny, Jaden Sheridan from Monmouth, and there's one more player that is on that list, and I can't remember the name just now. So there's still 6 backs in the room, and we'll see how that pans out, throughout camp, OTAs, and then get into training camp. Okay. But
Right.
I did want to play a clip that of Canales' interview from yesterday about Rashad Penny.
That running back room is kind of thick. I'm assuming that's something that you're looking to do to create competition.
Absolutely, yeah, and just like I said, I feel like we really come out of the season. We need all these guys, and in several years, we use our practice squad running backs as well, so it's the guys that can do more than just the offensive part. Do they give us value on teams, and Rashad's another guy that can return kicks. He's done that in his career, so bringing him in, to really, push the group, but also he knows the language. He knows how to run certain run types. So I think that as he gets his reps in there, the guys will be able to see the pace that we're looking for and all those things, even from a pass protection standpoint. So I love having that experience. We did the same thing on defense with some guys who have been in our defensive scheme. It really does elevate the intelligence of the whole group.
All right. So
Okay.
now, one thing I found interesting in that was what he said he can return kicks. Okay, and I'm going to be the devil's advocate here, and I'm going to try and start some crap. So do you think that that puts added pressure on Raheem Blackshear because he didn't get a lot of reps in the backfield last year, but one thing everybody kept saying was about his value as a kick returner. Okay, so now you
Right.
have Canales saying that Rashad Penny also adds value as a kick returner. What do you think, Tony?
I don't think it puts pressure on Blackshear because they haven't put on pass. They haven't did anything that to me that's going to warrant pressure right now. I think right now they're looking at the options, seeing what would be the best fit under the new kickoff rules. Like we have mentioned throughout the off season and stuff like that. Um, I just can't wait to see how it plays out because I'm just waiting to see how this new kickoff rule really
Mm,
benefits having a bigger person back there returning kicks as opposed to who you have returning kicks already in Raheem Blackshear. I don't understand how the two correlates with one another. So I'm anxious to see that. So until then, I still think Raheem Blackshear brings some value because even though he may not be as big as Rashard Penny or Xavier Leggett, he's still tough. You know what I'm saying? It's not
mm,
like you can just grab Raheem Blackshear by one hand and bring him down, or he goes down with one person tackling him. I think he runs a little bit tougher and bigger for someone his size. So that's why I say I don't understand. What are the benefits of having someone back there that's bigger? You know, what
yeah,
are you productive? That's what I want to know. I mean, it's one thing to say
facts.
that, yeah, you can return kicks, and yeah, we got this big person because he's 230 or 235, I think is what Rashard Penny is right now. But can you be productive?
All right, gotcha. Hey, and once again, Tip Drill Will. Hey, thank you for the $10 super chat. We
Tim
appreciate you as
Dribble.
always. Hey, he said, Tip Drill, looks like Tony was right to question the Cohen versus Sanders comments from PPP. LOL. Hey, but
Hey,
you know what though? That's what we're here for.
hey,
We're here to
Will,
debate.
I'm glad you brought that up because see, PPP thought he was slick, and I was catching him in the middle of him being slick until to Sergeant Ackright over here, threw my
No,
groove
you
off.
you got to
You
point
know
the
what I'm
other
saying?
way.
Because the other way, that way.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh.
Okay. But yeah, I knew what he was trying to do, so I had him. You know what I'm saying? I had him. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And first of all, I'm not a sergeant. If anything, I am a colonel. Okay, you call me Colonel at right. You may get my
Uh,
title right, buddy. Okay. Hey, but as always, Will, man, we appreciate you, dog. We appreciate $10 super chat, and thank you, man. All right.
appreciate you, Will.
Hey, let me see. Marco Cassidy. What's up, Panthers? How y'all doing? 336
What
Boston.
up,
What's going
Marco?
on, man? How you doing?
What's up?
Stephen
Hey,
Bailey says,
Boston. Boston,
mhm,
man, you need to tap in sometime, man. I be seeing you in other chats, but you don't tap in over here. You need to tap in sometime, man, so we can chop it up with you. You was the winner of the first time of our first giveaway. So, we,
yes.
we definitely want you to tap in, man.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Bailey said, Platoon of running backs, lots of different looks. Keep the pressure on the defense and wear them down. Facts. Facts.
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
Thompson, what's up, guys? We said the other night, Miles not going nowhere. Like I said, you know, we I just want to see what he can do in this new scheme with hopefully a better offensive line. Okay. Now, if it
Yeah.
turns out that everything else is in place and is working, and he wets the bed again, you know what? By all
Off
means,
with his head.
just well, then I was just gonna say cut him from the team, but okay. All
Same
right.
thing. Same thing.
Hey, Paul says being from Philly and following the Eagles closely, Rashad Penny was a disappointment for them last year and was inactive for 13 of their 17 games and appears to have lost that quickness and explosion that he had. Now, mind you, Canales did mention his kind of his not his injury history, but he did mention that he did not play much at all last season. So he's had about a year and some change to get, healthy. And they
Hmm.
did ask him, what's his injury history a concern? And he also said, yes. But in the totality of it, he was saying that, he wants to have options at running back. One for competition, two to push other players, but three, and what made sense, he was like, God forbid, but there are injuries during the season. Somebody gets nicked. He said, hell, even if you have a play where somebody blows the bottom out of their shoes or something, and they got to come out for a play, get new shoes, their laces break. Or I mean, this is
Yeah,
what
I remember him
he didn't.
saying it. No, I remember him
He didn't
saying
go
that.
into
Yeah,
this extent, but equipment failures, and all that,
right.
he wants to make sure that he has people in there that he can trust and go in and, continue to play at the level that they want to play at. So, I will say this. I do like how they're going about all of this, from a just, how they're explaining what they're doing now. Because, to me, he gives us he gives us context without giving away everything that the Panthers want to do, as a team. It's like he gives us
Right.
something to grab onto, something to talk about, but it's not like he's out here giving the whole farm away, in rookie mini camp. So I do appreciate that. And Kevin Thompson, 499 super chat, man. Thank you. We appreciate you. He
Appreciate
says,
you,
now we're
Kev.
looking at Blackshear versus Penny. Weakest man out, and seems that if Penny is healthy, Dave will go with Penny and Chuba, Miles, Brooks, Penny. Now,
I can see that because
yeah.
hey, again, Rashad Penny is a Dave Canales guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the signing first happened, the first thing I said was that was more of a relationship signing. Someone that he's
Mm-hmm.
familiar with, someone that's familiar with Dave Canales' scheme, even though Dave Canales wasn't the offensive coordinator in Seattle, but
Yeah.
Dave Canales' offensive scheme is somewhat what Seattle ran. So to bring someone in that you're familiar with, I can see for that reason, Kevin, I can see Raheem Blackshear being the odd man out. But like you said, if Rashad Penny is healthy and he's available, I can see him being the odd man out. That's a good point.
Yeah. Hey, again, Kevin, man, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you, dog. We appreciate you. All right.
Yeah,
Let
appreciate
me
you,
go
Kev.
back a little bit. 336 Boston said no doubt. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a verbal agreement. Next time we drop the
Yeah,
link and you in, just pop in and talk to us.
yeah.
Paul says the new kickoff return will require a twitchy, quick, accelerating type of player who will need strength to break tackles, and the return man will not have the space or time to get up to speed, in my opinion. And part of Canales' post presser today, before we went live, he was talking about how they saw Xavier Legette, doing gunner drills, on special teams, and he was talking about the undrafted free agents and things like that, and how what's my man name Cam Chancellor started out on
Yeah,
special teams,
on special teams,
him
right?
and Doug Baldwin. They said Doug Baldwin's rookie year, he was on kickoff, and punt returns, before he made his name for himself, as starting wide receiver. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll
But
see.
when he said that, the first thing I thought about, and I don't get me wrong, I know when the season starts, Xavier Legette is going to be in the rotation. Okay, I know a lot of people felt like, oh, Legette could come in right now and be the number one, number two receiver. I don't think so. I think he could be the number three.
Mhm.
possibly number 4 receiver. Well, typically, in most cases, if you're like the number 4 receiver or down, you have to have a play to find. You will find time on the playing field outside of offense, being on special teams is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say. Tony might be- Whatever, Rock. Whatever. Him and the Nakari, man. Nakari talking about we not claiming Tony. That's all right. That's all right.
Wow.
That's all right. Good day
Wow.
to be a Tar Heel. I stand on 10 toes down. Y'all already know. But yeah, man. And damn, made me forgot what I was talking about. They play too much. Go ahead, man.
All right. Hey, look, 336 Boston said Canales just told the world exactly what we're going to do. You know what? Yes, in a way. In a way. He said we're going to be stubborn at running the ball. Okay. Now, I don't think he gave away the whole farm when he says that. I just think that's his
No.
approach. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
and somebody made a comment and let me Nader, he said, I'm glad the Panthers are going back to old school roots, run the ball. That's our identity. And if you think about it, most of the Panthers' really good seasons were when we had really good run games. Whether you had
Yeah.
Stephen Davis and Deshaun Foster back in the day, you had D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, even we had let me see, we had Jonathan
Tim
Stewart,
Biaka Patuka.
Tim Biaka Batuka, but we had Jonathan Stewart. Then you had what was the running back? Tober,
D'Angelo
Mike
Williams.
Tober. Yeah, no,
Mike
I'm talking
Tolbert.
about Super Bowl year. We had
Oh, yeah,
Jonathan
Mike Tolbert.
Stewart, Mike Tober, and Cam Newton. So some of our
Yeah.
more successful seasons have come when we have had a great run game. And
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that he's getting back to it. Well, he hopes to get back to it and be very aggressive with the run game. So I do
Well,
like that.
the beauty of football, no matter what level, was NFL, college, high school, Pop Warner, you can tell the opposing team what you're going to do all day long, but you still got to line up and stop it. So by him coming out saying, well, we're going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball. Well, how you going to run the ball? Is it going to
Mm-hmm.
be wide zone? Is it going to be inside zone? Or you going to be a down south, I formation? Or you going to pull that back out? I mean, it's just
Mm-hmm.
different ways to run the ball. That's just like with the San Francisco 49ers right now. Everybody know the 49ers going to run the ball 70% of the time, but you can't stop
Mm-hmm.
them 20% of the time. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Look,
You
hey,
still got to line up mano a mano.
yeah, hey, look, put three of them in the backfield and run some triple option. Let me stop.
Yeah, hey.
We know that is not going to happen, but hey, look, college football 25 is coming out, so hey, I'll get back to that was my scheme. Let me tell you, and no matter who I played with, I found the playbook and ran that damn triple option. Boy, I was lethal with it. Lethal.
Oh man.
I was lethal. I had everybody run triple option.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, Nader said, don't put XL in special team risk of injury. I think they did say that would be a situation if there was an injury and they needed somebody on special teams. Yeah,
In case of
I don't
emergency, break glass.
case of emergency. Yes, I don't think he's going to have to make his mark on special teams first. But I think that it's all a contingency plan. They got to go through it. They got to know it just in case their number's called upon. So yeah. Palmetto Money. Greetings, Kings. What's going on? Happy Saturday.
What's
Hey,
going on,
greetings to you, sir. How
Palmetto?
you doing? How you doing? Happy Saturday to you too. All right, Nakar said, let's give Dave his props. Of course, we got to wait and see results on the field, but he has a great offseason. He's had a great offseason so far in terms of optics. Yes.
Yes,
But
I agree with that.
I do like this comment. We do have to wait and see. But what we have seen so far, I got to give him 2 thumbs up. As far as how
Yeah.
he approaches what he's telling the media, telling everybody the things, like I said earlier, things that we have to kind of grasp on a bit. he's given us a little bit, and it looks like to me, it sounds like it's slightly more structured, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's like I said, that's just my thoughts on it. All right. Let me see. Trailer coming on the 16th. Did I miss something?
I don't know. I don't know, Quan. What you talking about there, Quan? Let us know what's coming on
Yeah,
the 16th.
I feel like I missed something there. Yeah. This year has to be no excuses, no mercy. Just keep pounding out those wins. Exactly, Rock.
Yeah.
Jeff R. said, I remember when he first got hired, he said that he's going to do whatever is working that day. If the pass is there, he's going to pass. If the run is there, he's going to run. So be well balanced. Oh, yes. Okay. Gotcha. Oh,
Okay.
trailer for the football game. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't
Man,
play
hey,
them
look,
games.
they ain't got look, they ain't gotta drop no trailer. They ain't gotta drop no trailer at all. Just give me the copy. Just send me my copy. I don't need no trailer. All I know is college football is
Right.
back. They could have the same graphics and the same gameplay from the last one that came out. I am fine. I'll make it happen. I'll be out here in this shed turning on to the TV just like this for 5-6 hours a day.
Jizzo, what's up, my guy?
Just Zoe, how you doing, man? How you doing? Okay, so now let me get into another clip here. Let me bring up my highlights. And so we had Jatavian Sanders that he was talking earlier, his reaction from day 2. Okay, so let's look at what Dave Canales had to say about Jatavian Sanders yesterday.
Yeah, really natural as a route runner. First thing that jumped off is just snap down at the top of routes. Some of those things that, the more specialized tight ends who can, spread out and you can use them in the pass game, you kind of see that right away. Really natural, balanced hands. So just kind of looking for, does the left hand look like the right? And he just always has balanced hands when he comes to the ball, and that's really what showed up on tape. So it was really cool to see that in person, and he just has an ease about the way he does things. It comes very natural to him. So that part's really cool.
Okay, all right, bet. So like we were saying earlier, he said that they was talking about him being the next Greg Olsen. Okay, so we do hope he
Right.
can model his game after Greg, but just think about it. Okay, if he can get the route running, if he can have the route running of Greg Olsen, the hands, as Dave Canales was saying, he said he always seems to have well balanced hands when he goes to make a catch. But if he can have the hands, the route running of Greg Olsen, combine that with his physicality and his speed. Hey man, look, it sound like Xavier here. Hey man, I don't want to get ahead of myself, man, but it sounds like we might have something,
Oh
man.
God.
So, but yeah, but it's looking okay so far. Like we said, we got to wait and see. But I like what I heard from Jatavian. I do like the what Dave Canales had to say about him as well. Tony, what you think?
Yeah. I forgot what you. Man, I'm laughing at Rock Jones, man. This dude, this
Hold on.
dude
I
gives him
was
my
saying,
nerves.
Tony, like I don't
I'm gonna
care.
stop
I'm
looking at
playing
these
college
comments.
football. Hold on, wait a minute. The card said CJ gonna find a way to mow the grass in the game. Hey, let me tell you, if that was an option, I damn sure do it. I damn sure do it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Meadow said, I know I'm tapping in late. My apologies, however. What's your thoughts on 3 offensive weapon Bryce has that we picked up in the draft? I'm loving it. The triple threat. Well, we were just talking about one, Jatavian Sanders. And like I was saying, if he can model his game after Greg Olsen, with Greg's route running, one thing Greg had the ability to do, especially in zones, he always found the hole. Okay, he found the hole in the zone. He sat down. He presented himself. Hey, I'm open. Throw me the ball. He was very good at that.
Right.
Okay, had excellent hands. He wasn't going to outrun a lot of people because he wasn't fast. But what do we always say, Tony? You have somebody that can run routes and get separation. Sometimes that will, kind of balance out that gap in speed between them and whoever's trying to get them.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because you
Mm-hmm.
always, man, whenever you seen Greg Olsen run routes, you always wonder how he got so wide open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
I just
seen it.
saw it. I
Yeah,
just saw it. But yeah, but
we talking
Palmetto Money.
we talking football right now. Ain't fooling with Rock, man. Go
Hey,
ahead.
but Palmetto, yeah, let me tell you, and I will get to Xavier Leggett here in a minute with something he said from his presser as well. But as soon as Jonathan Brooks gets healthy and gets back on the field, because in his presser, he said he was 5 months out from surgery. And
Right.
I think it depends on the player. Okay, and I was looking up ACL injuries. It depends on the sport, what they're doing. You know, if you're not an athlete, you can probably recover in 6 months and be able to go on about your business. But you know, somebody in a highly cutting sport, you know, soccer, football, basketball, things like that, you know, it may take 6 months to up to a year. So that's why we're kind of cautiously optimistic, you know, about him being ready. Because they say he's gonna be ready for training camp. But I think, you know, me and
Mm-hmm.
Tony are going to err on the side of caution and just kind of, you know, take that for a grain of salt right now. If he's ready to go for training camp, great.
Yeah.
But it's not going to surprise us if he's not.
Ready can mean so many different things, and that's what I try to convey to a lot of people, that just because they say that he's going to be ready, that doesn't mean he's necessarily going to be ready for contact, or even ready to be ready for game one. You know, ready can just
Mm-hmm.
mean that he's on pace, he's doing good, you know, things are looking good. Even when you consider someone ready, whether they're coming back from a major injury or a minor injury, when you haven't played football in a while and you haven't had contact in a while, it takes time to warm back up to that situation. So that's why I say I don't think they're going to throw him into the fire necessarily. When you talking about this guy being your future running, you know, RB1,
Mm-hmm.
what is the rush to get him on the field? It's not like
Yeah.
you're depleted at running back. So I think there's
No,
enough
no way.
running backs that we have in the stable right now that will
Mm-hmm.
allow him time to get fully healthy and get back into game shape. So that's why I think the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season, you're not going to
Mm-hmm.
see um you're not gonna see Jonathan Brooks. Now that's just my opinion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But and like you say, CJ, anything is possible. But with that one, I strongly don't see that happening.
Okay. I'm sorry, Tony, but I gotta put it up here. So tell me Tony don't look like a thick Riley.
Hey, Rock, for the simple fact that you're gonna say I look thick, I got some questions for you, my guy. That you looking real suspect with that comment. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Tony, leave,
Hey,
leave that man alone. You know what he's
you
talking
you're
about.
not leaving nobody alone. You don't call no other man. You don't say no other man thicker. Come on, dog. You miss me with
Hey,
that.
Rock, he in his feelings a little bit. He'll be all right, dog. He'll be all right.
Come
Hey,
on,
Austin
I ain't
Wright
in my
said
feelings.
JT Sanders' nickname is Man Hands.
Yeah.
All right, Native said, I'm optimistic this season. Smell payoff. Nobody in our division is great. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would agree with that. Nobody in our division is great, but I want to be realistic here. I do think we're starting, you know, at the bottom floor. You know, we're in the lobby, you know, and then everybody else is 1, 2, you know, 3 floors above us, you know, just kind of going up. But yeah,
Yeah.
and like the person that asked earlier, just progression. Just want to see progression. Want to see it get better. Not expecting division title. Not expecting playoffs. You know, one thing I want to expect from them is more wins. Okay.
Right.
You got to get more than 2 wins. Okay. Got to have more than 2 wins. So, but yeah, but progression. All right. Day one Panthers fans. It was good, CJ and Tony. A little late
What's up,
getting
day
in here.
one?
Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see. Early predictions. Excel with 35 to 40 catches, 475 yards, 3 TDs, and another 200 yards rushing on jet sweeps, reverses. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
That's yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that's fair. That's fair.
Nakar says my barometer for success this year is if somebody hit Bryce on the play that blown dead. I need the whole line to jump him, unlike last season. Yeah.
Hey, that's a
Ah,
fact. Hey, I'm
yeah.
with you with that one, Nakara, because they did not come to the rescue of Bryce like I thought they should have. You saw Icky come to his rescue a few times, but the way he was taking, the way that he took some cheap shots, hard hits or whatever you want to call it last year, like I didn't see
Mhm.
the offensive line, come to protect their quarterback. So
Yeah.
hopefully that definitely improved this year.
That Tony invented New Jack Swing, living legend. My God, I am not worthy.
Can we
Rock.
get to the ball?
No, we cannot. No, we cannot. This is too good, man. This is too good. It's a Teddy jam for me. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Yo, middleman, so y'all wild and they love the energy up here. Though I think we at least win 6 to 7 games this year, and I'm cool with it. I just want to see that we are in every game and compete. Facts. Facts.
Facts. I
Hey,
agree
and
with
it
that.
said they are going to fall from the fourth floor. Hey, I hope so. I hope they fall. I hope they hit a nice loud thud when they when they hit the bottom. That being everybody else in
Yeah.
the NFC South. All right. Let me
Yeah.
see. Damian Thompson. Greg Olsen ran a 4.55 in the 40. So JR is a little slower track speed, but Olsen was saying he is fast in the field with great hands. Yes. And and you
Yeah.
got to remember too, track fields, I'm sorry, game speed versus what people run in the 40. Okay, because you do have people out
Talk
there,
about it.
their 40 times may not be indicative of what you can look at film and see. Somebody may run a 40 time, and then you go and look at some game film, and you're like, crap, they're pulling away from 3 people who look like they are doing their damnedest to run them down.
Yeah.
So
Hey, shout out Nakari real quick before he leave. He about to you know,
yeah. Hey,
take care of
appreciate it.
his
He said,
business.
I gotta get on this grill. We having a Mother's Day cookout, and the grill man meat is late. Hey, let me tell you, I feel you,
All right,
because as
Nakari.
soon as we get done with this, I'm hopping in the car and I got to go get some ribs and whatever my wife and my mother-in-law want for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna be cooking all day tomorrow. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping through as usual. Let me see. Native said Panthers odd to win divisions plus 400. That is a good sign. Okay. Bet, bet.
But
All right.
hey, but I
Go ahead,
have one
Tony.
question for you. What what
Mhm.
what what do you think about those two sterling quarterbacks that we had at rookie mini camp day
Oh,
one?
wait a minute. I got you. Hey, I got something for you. But let me do this first. As our good friend, what's up, Doug? Our third fan in the stand
Yes.
said, hey, there are 75 of you out there watching on 3 different platforms. If you can, whatever you're at, can you please hit that like button for us? It will help us out on the YouTube algorithm, especially. So, yes, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Again, as I said earlier, please subscribe to the channel. Check us out on all social media at 2 Fans in the Stands and at 2 Fans ITS on what we dub as Twix. All right. We appreciate y'all. And appreciate you,
Yes,
Doug, as
sir.
always. All right. So, getting to what you just said, all right,
Mm-hmm.
let me play a little clip from Dave Canales when he was asked about a certain topic.
Yeah, well, that's first day. First day is like it's the me to you factor. We got to get another RVA, route versus air, just under our belt so they can learn each other, learn the landmarks of where we're throwing it. And, to the quarterback's credit, Xavier is a big, fast man. And so there is a change of pace. He's covering ground like you're not used to seeing. Just kind of looking at Montana State, Louisville, like they may not have had a guy that's this big, this fast. And so a lot of that I saw was them trying to catch up to the speed and explosion of Xavier coming out of his breaks. But I'm confident we'll be better tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Before you say
Go
anything,
ahead.
before
Yeah.
you say anything, can you just
Okay.
imagine? Can you just imagine? I get what Canales is doing. Okay, he looking out for his people. All right, and he's trying to give them a little bit of grace, which we talk about a lot here on this channel. All right, but you are a you're a quarterback. Okay, you brought in as undrafted free agent, and they were
Mm-hmm.
talking about. I think they were talking about the balls. It was who was it on? I think it was Carolina Blitz. Who was saying they were having trouble with the up down balls. Um, but he talked about Xavier Leggett. I seen another clip with Sam Pinckney
What?
the third was running with him too, and it was the same thing. Hold on. But imagine now we've heard that Jack Plummer is supposed to come in here and show everybody what he can do and take Bryce Young's starting job. I have definitely heard that, across the internet in a few places. But can you imagine? Can you imagine if Bryce Young came out of camp this year, OTAs or whatever, and he was throwing passes to his wide receivers like that? Could you imagine the amount of just I don't even know the word for it.
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah. Hatred. Yes.
yes.
Negativity. Yes. I can imagine all that. Um, David Canales. Listen. I give him props for standing up for his guys, undrafted free agents, what have you, whoever they are. If he would have said, if he would have specifically said Sean Chambers out of Montana State isn't used to big, fast wide receivers like that, I could have gave him some grace on that. That you probably would have had me to be a believer in what you're saying. When you said Montana State and Louisville,
And
I'm like,
Louisville.
oh yeah, I'm like, hold up, player. Louisville, if I'm not mistaken, Louisville played in the ACC championship game last year. Did they? Did they not?
Mm-hmm.
Louisville and Florida State. I think they won 10 games last year. They play
Something like that, yeah.
power. Last year was Power 5 football. This year be Power
Mm-hmm.
4. So I'm pretty sure he's used to big, fast wide receivers, whatnot. And granted, these quarterbacks, this is their first time working with these wide receivers. I get all that. I understand that they don't know each other. They're getting familiar with each other. But when you talk
Mm-hmm.
about a 5 yard breaking route, simple. It's simple. They taking 5 to 7 steps, making the cut inside. You throw it against air. There's no defender in front of you. There you ain't got no shoulder pads on. You out here in the t-shirt and shorts Olympics, and you overthrowing guys, throwing behind them, throwing in the ground. Like what are we doing? You know
Not
what I
the
mean? That
not the TASO.
the t-
T-shirt and shorts Olympics.
yeah. I mean, dog. Like I'm curious. I'm hoping somebody has put out some clips today, and I hope that they had a better day.
I
I'm
hope so
hoping
too.
that everything that Dave Canales said was true, but there was some covering for those guys that he provided yesterday in that presser that immediately I went from a believer to a non-believer because when you look at how those guys look with a couple throws that they made
Mm-hmm.
and you compare that to what Dave Canales said in the press, I'm like, the math ain't mathing, son.
Yeah.
The
But
math
but
ain't
like I
mathing.
said, I will give credit to Dave Canales because the bus was out there, it was running, the driver was in the seat, he had his foot on the brake, he was ready to go, and them two damn quarterbacks were right there on the curb on Mint Street. All he had to do was go out
Yeah,
there, and both of them in the back, and tell the bus driver, "Hey, run him over." He could have threw him right up under the bus, but he did not. So I'll give him credit for
yeah.
that. I'll give him credit. All right. You say is that Jake Plummer's son? I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Well, I know both of them went to Arizona State. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Plummer did start off at Arizona State. Then no, he started off at Purdue. I'm sorry. He started off at
Mm-hmm.
Purdue, then went to Arizona State, and then came to Louisville. But yeah,
Okay.
Jamari Trash did play with Plummer last year in Louisville. I don't know who the other wide receiver was, but Jamari Trash was one of them, and that running back, Garendo, was the running back that Louisville had.
Hey, look at Doug said we need PPP to pull up and take them back home.
Hey, put him on that bus, dog. Put
Oh, yo. Oh my
him
goodness.
on that bus.
Yo.
Put
Oh,
him on that
okay.
bus.
Now Dcash said no relation.
Okay.
Zoe said I think that's his son. So we'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah,
But
we'll find out.
hey, 336 Boston said we saw these QBs make those passes all last season in college. Come on, y'all. Maybe it's nerves or something. Hey, maybe. But
Maybe.
I'm yeah. Hey, look, and again, like I always say, I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. I hope that they do come out and play better. Okay, I really do. But I just find it's for me, it's playing the devil's advocate. It's just funny because, like I said, I've heard over the interwebs that Jack Plummer was supposed to come in here and show everybody what he can do, and Bryce Young's starting job was in trouble. Okay,
He
so
was the next.
I
He's the
definitely
next
heard that.
Jake Delhomme. He's the next
Yes,
Jake Delhomme.
yes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back to Doug said, he said, if I'm not mistaken, Louisville had 2 wide receivers drafted this year. Austin Wright said Jamari Thrash and Plummer at Louisville. Okay, gotcha.
Well, Plummer was the quarterback.
Plummer
I
was
don't know who the other.
quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who the other wide receiver was opposite of Jamari Thrash, but yeah, Jamari Thrash did get drafted.
Yes. I got you. Let's see. Never. Okay, so never mind. I checked. They're not related. Okay, cool. No kin, no relation. My bad. No, it's not. Okay, cool. So they are not related. Miss Hunky Dory said, keep the tank full. The bus may have passengers soon. They said we should have
Somebody,
got the SC Gamecock quarterback. Hey, look, we had to draft Spencer Rattler a little bit too high. He wasn't gonna make it to that undrafted free agent pool.
hold on before you click on the next one.
Mhm.
Day
Oh
one, he
yes,
said, have y'all seen the film on rookie undrafted free agent 15 wide receiver Sam Pinkney from Coastal Carolina? Yes, we did. We did a cut up of our live a week ago where we talked about Sam Pinkney, and his number in training camp is 12, not 15. So
yeah.
if y'all looking for Sam Pinkney during rookie mini camp, his number is 12, not 15. But yes, we did a cut up of him, and we definitely talked about him.
Yeah, sure did. All right. Okay. So now, Tony, let's get back to another clip that we have here. Okay. So they were asking Xavier Leggett about I guess his route tree.
Leggett.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
Leggett,
be
sir.
it's gonna be Leggett. Y'all gonna have to deal with me on that. It's gonna be Leggett. But they were asking him about, I guess, how people perceived his route running skills, coming out of college, and this is what he had to
I
say.
think like your actual tape prior to working on that stuff, you were an underrated route runner.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the reason why I say that, I wasn't really asked to run a lot of those routes to where I'm showing that I'm breaking my hips. A lot of my routes and my film show that I want more so the deep ball three. But I can run any route in the route tree. I feel that.
Okay, so yeah, that was a short clip, Tony. You ain't got no time to go nowhere.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I guess the knock on him was that all his routes were like him just kind of doing drags or going across the field. Nothing where he had to flip his hits like comebacks, choice routes, things of that nature. I guess like in or out routes. But as we saw the clip, I think right after the draft, you saw a clip of him. He was with somebody. I forgot. He said the name, but I had to go back and play other part of the clip. But of the who he was working with, I think it was a wide receiver coach. But he has been working, on his route since I think the day after the draft. But I like that they brought that up, and I like his answer to the question. He was saying, you know what, I wasn't asked to run a lot of those routes, but he made his mark on the routes that he was asked to run. Okay, now he had probably a lot of drag routes, a lot of deep routes, but what happened when the ball was thrown his way? He came down with it, and got a lot of yards after the catch. But you heard it out of his mouth. He can run every route on the route tree. So, hey, let's see if he can do it.
Well, yeah, like you said, that's one of those things that remains to be seen. Because you expect him to have the confidence to believe that he can run any route on the route tree. But saying it and doing it is two different things. And
Mm-hmm.
very seldom any of these wide receivers that's coming out of college, whether it's Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbor, Roma Dunze, all those guys, I'm willing to bet that none of them can run the full route tree coming out of college. Those
Mm-hmm.
offensive schemes and offensive coordinators in college, they want to take you and they want to know what are two or three things that you do the best. And those are the things they're going to focus on. It's the next level where those guys get coached up even more, you know, learn the nuances of the game, the intricacies in the game from the offensive standpoint, and also how to read the defenses to whether to know if they run a man or if they run a zone. Do I need to sit? Do I need to tack this leverage? All those type of things. A lot of these guys don't learn it in college, so that's why I said with these receivers coming in, we have two guys that are excellent route runners in Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen. So it would behoove you to be a sponge, ask
Mm-hmm.
questions, soak up all the
Facts.
knowledge that you can from these guys when they run their drills, not only watching how they run it, but when they come back asking why they ran it that way. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
even ask them to critique you when you're running your routes. Like there's a wealth of knowledge. A lot of these older guys, all you gotta do is shake their pockets. If you want the keys to the vault, just shake their pockets. And a lot of times these guys will be willing to give it to you. You just have to be humble enough to receive it.
Hmm. If you want the keys to the vault, shake they pockets. That is a new
That's
one.
all
I
you
have
gotta
never
do.
heard that before. Okay.
Yes, sir. Shake their
All right.
pockets. They'll tell you.
Okay. All
They'll
right.
tell you.
That's a good one then. All right. So now another clip that and this will be the last clip that I have. The Vashta from Carolina Blitz asked Dave Canales about Jalen Coker. Okay. And
Mm.
this is what he had to say.
Jalen Coker is one of the more popular undrafted free agent signings. What did you see from him? What do you like from him to bring him here?
Size, instincts, top of route, ability to separate. He's really crafty in zones. He knows how to find the open spaces. Has a little cool run after catch too. He can break some tackles because of the size that he brings. Attacks the ball at the high point. I mean, the guy really does have a cool skill set that he brings to us. So I'm excited to see him, kind of get introduced as we start to, develop our football, and especially in phase 3 OTAs. Let's see what he looks like against NFL talent. But I'm really excited about it.
Jalen Coker is one of the Jalen Coker is one of the more
My bad. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, my bad for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, and who was it? Jim Nagy. I think he retweeted that and called it, an interesting but unusual take from a head coach because he said
Yeah.
usually head coaches don't really know all that kind of stuff about undrafted free
Yeah. Not as
agents,
detailed. Yeah.
not as detailed. But again, okay, we have our coach out here who he said it when he first got here. He was going to be a film junkie. He's going to go back
Right.
and look at all the film and see what was what. So he has done his homework on these people. The draft of the picks that we had during the draft and the undrafted free agent. So I applaud him for that. But so we do have Coker, and he did say that he liked how he did versus he ran his routes in versus zone coverage. And he said he can break tackles, and he has enough speed to get yards after the catch. And I think he's probably one of the more, probably the most highlighted undrafted free agent that we have in this class. So it'll definitely be interesting to see, like he said, what he's going to do against NFL talent when everybody comes in, for the OTAs
Right.
and the mandatory camp.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Thoughts, Tony?
Yeah. I agree with his take on it. And everything that you just said about Jalen Coker, is something that we have talked about repeatedly repeatedly the past couple weeks about him. And then when you look at the contract that Carolina gave him to sign, to me,
Mm-hmm.
kind of solidifies his spot at least through training camp and at least making the practice squad. So I do feel like he'll be on the team, but training camp in the preseason is really where he's going to have the chance to make his mark. Because we only played what 3 preseason games now, so a lot of
Mm-hmm.
your backups, these undrafted free agents, are going to get plenty of opportunities to shine. And so you just like you said, he just want to see what he can do against NFL talent, not just what you do lined up across from somebody in some shorts and a t-shirt, but when those pads stop popping, when them bullets start
Mm-hmm.
flying, now it's live action. How are you going to elevate your game? And the talent that we believe that you do have, it is either going to show itself in the light, or you're gonna show your blemishes as well. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the
Facts.
one thing about being that's one thing about being put in the spotlight. It's gonna show you at your brightest, and it's gonna show
Mm-hmm.
your blemishes as well.
All right, okay. Tony decided to come up here and preach today. All right, bet.
Yeah,
Hey, Mr. Hunky Dory with the $5 super chat. Hey, we thank you as always, Mr. Hunky Dory. He said
yeah.
bets
What's
on
up,
how
Mr.
much
Hunky
weight
Dory?
Canales gained being the head coach, watching film, stress, etc. He did mention something at the beginning of that press conference where he said he had put on about 15 pounds. I think he said his 43rd birthday was, I think, last week or something.
Last week, yeah, it was last week.
Yeah, but I don't want to make that bet, Miss Unky Door. I'll be quite honest with you. I hope he doesn't gain any
Yeah,
weight.
I'm gonna
I
leave
hope
that
that
one
man
alone.
comes out here. Yeah, I hope he is stress free, calm, cool, and collected, and directs this team to a better season than we've had in the last few years. But again, thank you for the $5 super chat as always. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, sir.
Okay. So now, wanted to bring something up. Okay, last week on our, I'm sorry, Wednesday on our live, we were talking about the running back room, and we were talking about Miles Sanders and kind of like and Shy Tuttle with people that I thought maybe needs a little bit of grace, okay, because of the
Right,
different situations and circumstances of last season, okay, and one of the guys who's usually in our chat, Flame for Jesus. I don't see him in here now, but if he's watching, I do appreciate the comment that he made. He said, if Bryce gets a pass, then everybody gets a pass. Okay. So that made me think, and I want to ask everybody in the chat because we may go live Wednesday or it may be a premiere. Depends on kind of what shakes between now and then. But okay, who do you think, based on certain situations that they may have gone through last year, who do you think may deserve a pass? Okay, because we talk
that's a
about
good
Bryce
question.
Young and all the things that have happened to him. The offensive line play, the receivers not getting separation, things of that
Right,
nature. Okay, so y'all let us know. We got some players that we got in mind, but I want to make sure that I get everybody's input and everybody's opinion, because there may be some players that you feel like may need a pass for this season from what went on last year. So give us some
right.
names and tell us who y'all think may deserve a pass for this upcoming season as well. Okay, and I already see one in the chat that I did not think of, and that is a good one. Okay, that is a good one.
Yeah,
All right.
Chandler
I
Zavala.
put Zavala. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not think about Chandler Zavala. Like, no one gets a pass if you ask me. Okay. All right, cool. Well, we kind of want to do a video on it, 336 bars and stuff. Throw a name out there so we have somebody to talk about.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, man, but that's all we got today. Tony, you got anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it, man. Hey, look, rookie mini camp is just that. it's just a rookie mini camp. These guys are coming in, getting familiar with the coaching staff. The coaching staff is getting familiar with them. Especially the drafted rookies. They're taking a deep dive into the playbook. They're trying to absorb as much as they possibly can right now. So when the veterans come in and they mix they when the veterans come in and they make a mixture of everybody together, so you just take that next step. Like Dave Canales, that's phase 3 that's coming up. And we just starting to see these guys progress a little by little, as each phase goes on leading up to training camp. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna sit back and you know, just see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and Rock Jones said, "No excuses, no excuses, no mercy, no doubt." And hey, and we're not trying to say any excuses. Okay, we no excuses for
Right.
anybody. But what we're saying is, who do you think deserves? Okay, perfect world, if we could guarantee that everybody around what particular person that we're talking about does their job. You get what I'm saying? In a perfect
Hmm.
world, everything that's supposed to happen is happening, and you got one player. You're like, okay, cool. Let me see what they can do when everything else is working. And like I said, that's a perfect world situation because, as we know, world ain't perfect. Everything doesn't happen exactly the way we want it to. But just
Right.
just think about that, y'all. Y'all leave in the
Don't we
comments
know
and
it?
let us know.
Don't we
Exactly,
know it as Panther fans? We thought we were just a quarterback away. All hell
man.
broke loose.
Man, yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
But you know what? Before we go, let me also take the time to shout out all the moms out there. Okay, happy Mother's Day to everybody. To my
yes,
beautiful
sir.
wife Janelle, who's on the other side of this wall right here doing some work in her office. I know she's listening. I just want to say I love you. I thank you for everything that you do. My mother-in-law in the house. She's probably not watching right now, but I'll run this back for her. Sweetest lady that you can ever find in life. I appreciate you, and I thank you for having, my wife, who I have the honor to have in my life right now. So, your moms
Yes.
out there, tell them you love them, do something nice for them, and happy Mother's Day, everybody out there. Okay,
Happy
just want to
Mother's
say
Day.
that we appreciate y'all. If you still got them, make sure you love them. Make sure they know that
No
they
doubt.
are appreciated. Okay, and we appreciate it. And
No
all the
doubt.
mothers that may be in the chat out there, if you're watching, happy Mother's Day to you too. We appreciate you.
Happy
All right.
Mother's Day to you as well.
All
Exactly.
right. And as always, like I do, if y'all are new, I like to take y'all out with 3 things. Okay. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, and let me add on that, like Dom said, hit that subscribe button, please. We appreciate you. But number 3, as always, keep pounding, man. We'll see you.